All right, what is up? Storms
That was
within.
an excellent intro.
Thank you. I'm glad you liked it. Thank you. All right, so tell the viewers who you are and what you're all about.
We are 3/5 of Storms Within. We play hard rock, metal music.
You're
I'm trying to
echoing a
think.
lot. I'm not sure why.
One momento, let me see. Is that any better?
No.
No.
Great. Well, then you guys talk.
Okay. All right. When you guys are out on the road, what's your favorite snacks?
Mostly pizza, wings.
There you go.
That's about it.
No, I can't hear anything.
He can't hear anything. Okay. Uh-oh.
Eric, all right?
Well, Ron can't hear
What?
anything. I don't
What?
know.
Anything.
Technical difficulties, I suppose. I don't know.
That's a bad thing because Eric is the talker.
Yeah, no good. Uh-oh. All right. Can you guys tell me about where the band name came from?
I still have nothing.
He still got nothing. Okay. That's not
Is
good.
that any better?
Yes,
Oh,
you
yeah,
sound
way
way
better.
better.
Okay, cool. I just need
All right,
to move
Erica.
away.
What's your favorite snack when you're out on the road?
Oh, meat cups. We always stop.
I forgot
We
about that.
Yeah, we always stop at Country Fair right down the road from us before we hit the road whenever we travel, and they have Country Fair has the best meat cups.
Okay. So Ron, you can't hear us at all?
Oh, I'm switching now.
All right.
All right, now I can hear.
All right. All right. Tell me about where the band name came from.
We had like what do you want to say? Battled back and forth for a while on what we were gonna name it, and we had, I don't know, maybe like a handful of names and whatnot. And a lot of the songs that we had initially written had to do with like, I don't want to be like anticlimactic here, but like storms within yourself, you know what I mean?
Right.
And I'm just like, man, that's so clever because it makes sense for like, storms within like your mind, your brain, internal struggles, and then some of the songs have to do with like storms within community or storms within, certain subjects and stuff like that. So I'm like, damn, it makes sense for us.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. Tell me about a song you heard when, I don't know if you're growing up or just when you're younger, that just had like a big impact on you, made you want to create your own music.
Oh.
You going first, T?
No, I got to think about this one.
I can tell you there were two songs that like impacted me for like rock and metal because up until like the early 2000s I was all into like R&B and pop music, and then Linkin Park and Evanescence like came out of nowhere, and then they were huge, and Hybrid Theory and Behind a Closed Door were like my two favorite albums, and then like that really pushed me to like want to pursue music after like school and shit. So that's like how I actually started joining bands and whatnot.
That's awesome. I love me some Linkin Park and Evanescence, so that's awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
I guess for me, UFO, Stranger in the Night. Something about that album. Listen to Michael Schecker play it. That's when I decided. I really thought I was like, wow, I want to do this. This is what I want to do.
All right.
Well, for me, I'll say it was Kiss. That was like my first band that I was ever actually really heavily into and influenced by. And I remember as a kid trying to emulate them, banging on pots and pans, little Kiss guitars and drum sets. And then when I went to my first concert, which was Dio,
Oh, wow.
I tell this story all the time. It was a Sacred Heart tour. And I was all about playing bass because Nikki Sixx, I wanted to be him with the hair and everything. And then I seen Vinny Appice do his solo, and these three chicks behind me showed their tits, went ballistic. I was like, that for me, that's what I got to get.
Nice. All right. What is the dream artist that you would love to do a collaboration with?
Oh, shit.
Just a single artist, or can we do like a band?
Yeah, that's fine too. Whatever.
Live or dead?
That's a two-fold question there, T.
Yeah.
Either way.
Boy, there might be two. Let me think.
Okay.
Well, I could say honestly, the first one I would pick would be Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, I was gonna say Queen.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Queen's definitely like one of my biggest influences because he was just so flamboyant in himself and didn't give a shit what people thought, and I absolutely strive to be that way. So we'll go with that.
Okay, I like it.
For me, Chris Oliva from Sabotage. Yeah, he's my all-time favorite guitar player, and just love his melodies.
Okay.
Great guitar player.
Absolutely. I think that if I had to pick a group that would cover my bases, I would definitely say there's two here. It would either be Iron Maiden or Dio. If we could bring Ron back for a day and I could sit in his studio and learn, I would be all over it. But
I agree. That'd be amazing.
He's a huge influence to me. I love everything that Iron Maiden has ever done.
And I feel like some of that really reflects in you guys' music. It has like almost like an 80s feel to it in some ways.
Yeah, a lot of people say that.
Don't fix it, right?
That's my fault.
Was that intentional, or like how'd you develop your sound?
Well, all the dudes are old heads. Like, I'm not saying that in a bad way. Like, I'm just in my 30s, but all these guys have been around for a hot ass minute. So, they all have those really good metal and rock backgrounds with, the strong 80s influences, of all those badass bands. So it's not anything bad. I'm just saying, like, we just have a different sound.
Trying to bring the 80s back.
No way.
The cool thing is that they're all much heavier than I am. I came from like the hair metal where Tom and Dave and even Dave has a little hair metal, but even Mike, they all like the heavier stuff. So they bring in the heavier riffs. I had that 80s hard rock sound. So we kind of bridge the gaps. And then Erica just has like this whole new wave vocal pattern that she does. And I think it just melds, it gives us our unique sound. I don't think there's too many other bands out there right now that sound like us.
No, there's not that I found anyway.
I had one of the chicks I work with today. She was like, I heard you were in a band. And like, I try and, obviously keep it like, I don't want to say under wraps, but like, I don't want everybody at work knowing. And she came up to me and she goes, I heard your stuff and you guys sound like Lacuna Coil. Do you know them? And I'm like, I do know them, but we're not as, they're very like electronica and metal.
Yeah.
But I was like, dude, that's a huge compliment because they were another one of those like Linkin Park, Evanescence, Lacuna Coil, like they all were the same. So I'm like, I will take that all day.
What is the biggest challenge you all face right now as a band?
Writing, maybe.
Finding time to
But
write.
that's finding the time. Yeah, we this is the first time I don't want to say in ever, but like that everything is just going so well. Like shows just present themselves. We don't have to work for anything. Opportunities just pop up, which is good. It means we're doing something right. And you know, we put on good shows, and you know, us as a cohesive unit, the five of us just work really well, and we've written 5 new songs, and I think you know, and that's what the band currently, and the 5 new members have just been cranking out these nasty ass tunes, and you know, but it's just with us having to practice for these big shows, it's very hard for us to be able to have practice time on top of recording time on top of having shows every week, and still you know, working and having family time and all that other shit. So that's usually what our biggest thing to tackle is writing, just because there's just not enough time in the week.
Okay, so you said you've written 5 new songs. Is that like since your latest album came out?
Yes and no. So we're kind of going the way of everyone else at this point. I think single edits is like really the big new thing. Is people
I
want
hate it. I don't understand
know.
it. I really don't. Like, I want to sit and listen to a goddamn album.
I feel ya.
Listen,
I'm
I'm the same way.
Yeah.
Like sitting and listening to an album is like a journey, you know? It's like, what is it with people these days? I don't get it.
I don't know. We just released a full album in January. So, you know, obviously we have some like time to write and put together a new album, and that's what our intention is. But between now and finishing it up, we still got about 7 songs to finish up and get, you know, slammed out in the studio before we can put it together. But we'll release songs, you know, between now and then, so that way there's not a huge gap.
That's cool. How's reception been for your album that came out in January?
We've heard nothing but good things. We've had a few album reviews themselves, and all, you know, holding up to bigger label bands that released at the same time. We also released, I'm trying to think. We've released 3 songs, maybe. No, we've released 2 songs since the album release, because we did the same thing. Like, we released a few single edits before the full album came out. And both of those were received really, really well. So we're doing well when it comes to, you know, like, I hate Spotify, but I mean, it's the main streaming platform, but we're doing well when it comes to numbers there and on Apple iTunes and all that stuff. So we'll take that as a win.
All right. Right. Let's see. All right. I already covered that. If each of you were a salad, what dressing would it have?
I'm going first. Mine would be Caesar.
I was going to say that.
I knew you were. That's why I beat you to it.
Blue cheese.
No,
ew, really?
Only for my win.
Oh yeah.
Why? Why would you be blue cheese?
Oh, just not everybody likes it.
Tom, I'm disappointed in you.
I like to be different. I don't like to follow everybody else. You know, so.
I'm so disappointed in you right now.
I said blue cheese yesterday.
God, I'm glad it wasn't around
I like
me.
the dressing, but I don't like the chunks of blue cheese.
See, that's why I like the chunks.
Nope.
Oh God.
Hey, that's the original way to eat wings.
Blue it's fucking cheese. Gross, dude.
That's why we go off. See, because I like blue cheese also on my wings.
No, it's rancid.
It is.
I don't know. It depends on the day. I like a wide array, but we'll say it's usually Italian.
Oh, it's so plain.
I know, it's lame as fuck. Lame as fuck.
Balsamic vinegar.
I'll get nice and specific. The Olive Garden Italian. That's
there we go. If you couldn't do what you do, what would you do instead?
This music.
All right, but like if you couldn't make music, what would you do?
Oh, for fuck's sake. I like art. I would probably create art more, or jewelry or something along that line. I like creating things, so I would still need that avenue or outlet.
Mhm.
That would
I'd be
me.
seeing a therapist.
That's a good answer.
Man, I don't really have anything. I mean, it's all I know.
I know, isn't that crazy? That's what I was gonna say. I'm like, we've done music for so long; it's hard to.
I'd be a food critic,
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I'd probably be a chef because I like to cook.
right?
Yeah, Tom makes some bomb ass food. That's for sure.
Can't beat my cheesesteak though.
I haven't tried yet.
We'll have to have a cheesesteak off.
There we
This is
go.
what we do. Not only we make music together, but we bust each other's balls to the point of where it's, well, I can do that better than you. Makes us work harder.
All right. If you had to pick one, who would you say is the most underrated and overrated band of all time?
Ooh.
Oh, let me go first.
All
I'm gonna
right.
get in
Go
trouble
ahead.
for this answer.
I think the most overrated band is Kiss.
Oh,
Don't be fighting.
They were good at selling stuff. That was, to me, that's it.
Don't be fighting.
Underrated, huh? Let's come back to me on that one because
Okay.
that's like
there's a lot of them. There's actually a lot.
there is.
There's
Oh,
a lot.
Overrated
There- I'm
AC/DC.
trying.
What's that?
For me, most overrated is AC/DC.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
I appreciate them for what they did, but to me, they're not, at the pinnacle that a lot of people I know put them at, and I can't do it. Like his
See,
voice.
I understand because my pick is always Slayer because I can appreciate what they did, but I hate it.
Okay,
I legitimately, that's why I said what I said, that people are going to hate me for saying it. I agree.
Yep.
I don't think, I mean, I get it. I get the whole thing. But then, you got idiots in the middle of a festival screaming
Fucking
Slayer. And it's like,
It's like,
Oh my God. I have a couple
no.
of other bandmates that do that.
Oh
Yeah, that's
my
what I was
God.
referring to.
Oh man. Let's see, most underrated.
Yeah,
That's a tough one.
Who's I know you guys will know this. Who's the band that was like up for a bajillion nominations and never won an award? Lou loved them. The name will pop into my head. There was a band. Fuck, I can't remember the name of them. They were nominated for a bajillion awards and never won one. God, I'll remember it, or somebody will know it. But Lou used to talk about them all the time, and he's like, I can't fucking believe these guys never won an award. I can't remember.
I don't know.
I'm still working on that question myself. I'm trying to think.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of.
There's so many bands that are just.
You know who I'll say underrated that should be bigger than they are right now is Avatar.
Fuck yes.
I'll say
Yes.
Avatar. Yeah.
Although it seems like they're starting to explode a little bit.
They are. They're taking
But
off
not as
now.
much as they deserve.
I feel like Hail the Apocalypse should have been the one that launched them the fuck up, but
I
it really didn't.
What do you think of their most recent album?
I like their most recent album a lot. It's very similar
Same.
to like their original roots. So I'm glad that they're getting a lot of exposure because I know, like recently, I just heard their new song. What is it called? Buried Beneath or something like that, and it was on the radio, like pop radio channel, and I'm like, fuck yeah, that's awesome. I'm glad they're finally getting some.
The guitar riff in that song just so. Oh, I love it.
It's just
Such a
so
good
good. I agree.
They lost me after Black Wolf, so.
By far their best album.
Yeah, the album came after that. I just couldn't get into that.
Which one was that? Avatar Country?
I think it was one before that one.
Feathers and
Apocalypse?
Yeah, that one. Oh, yeah.
yeah.
I just couldn't get it.
I
Then
love their
Avatar
first
Country came
two.
out.
See, I'd never heard them put like that kind of country twang into metal before. I dig it. It's different.
Right.
The one thing I'll never forget, I saw them live here in Erie, and all of those dudes headbanging in sync was the fucking wildest shit ever.
Oh, I
because
know.
their hair is so long, and then they're all jamming out to this fucking crazy music, and their hair's just, it was so great. It was good shit. It was,
Yeah, I've seen them.
it was really
3
exciting.
times. They've got to be the best stage show I've seen.
They're very good.
They were good live. Yeah, they were really good live.
They
Any-
absolutely were.
A Swedish band that comes out and they're all having a flag that has a letter of their band name, and they're shaking around like they're at a circus, and then they come out and destroy the event. I'm for it. They were totally bad. But I think one of the most underrated bands, for me, I want to say I'm kind of tossed up with this new band that I found, Symphony of Sweden. They're oh my god, they're really good. I'm really into them, but I've also felt that bands like him, they weren't as rated as good as they should have been, because I'm really into that style of music, the gothic metal, and Danny Phelps, that vocalist, totally underrated.
I'll agree with that.
We saw him live, and it was just, oh my god, from going from the high pitch to the growls, it was just impressive to see him do that live. And that he was giving it his all. We were literally maybe 5 feet from him.
Nice.
Well, I'll have to go underground because there's a band I really like right now, and they've got a few albums out, and they have a lot of love, but they just haven't broken. That's I can't remember the name. Crap, can't remember their name.
It'll come to
That's
you.
That's how underground they are. Can't remember their name.
All right. When you're having a bad day, what keeps you motivated?
Rage.
I like it.
Parents.
That's my word.
That's why I said it. They get me going. Seeing them, talking to them, they get me out of my funk and push me. So this way I have to start playing, and then next thing you know, I feel better.
Yeah, that's like my calm down, like my cool down is like when I know we have something coming up, because the guy, getting with the guys and stuff and just hanging out, it's like a different atmosphere. Like it's just it's just different. Like you get together with the boys and you get a drink or go watch a band or whatever, and it's it takes everything away. But like in general, when you're having a shitty day or whatever, like I don't know, I get really fucking mad, and then I write stuff, and then it usually comes out to be a good song. So
yeah, I get to hit shit hard when we play, so that gets
there you go.
out.
Yeah, it's just music, listening to it, playing it.
Yeah.
It's my therapy.
Yep.
yeah.
So how long has your band been around? I was struggling to figure that out.
Storms, it has been around like as a unit for 9 years.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Ironically enough, the 3 people you have in here are the ones that started it.
That is ironic. And how do you see the longevity going forward of your band?
We're gonna write until somebody croaks, I would think.
There you go.
Yeah. I don't have a plan on stopping.
No, that's good. All right. Where can people follow you and find all your stuff? Pretty much everywhere, right?
Yeah. It's pretty much everywhere.
All major platforms.
Yeah.
All right. And anything else you want to talk about before I wrap this up?
Erica? She's frozen.
She is frozen. I guess we'll give her a sec. Erica, come back. Uh-oh.
Did your phone die?
What happened?
She has a phone call coming in.
Gotcha. All right. Well, I'm going to run a quick little tiny promo commercial, and then we'll wrap this up.
Sounds
okay.
good.
All right.
Do you want to know something funny, Eric? No, you want to know something fucking funny, dude?
Yes.
So there's our running joke is there's always somebody that has technical difficulties. Apparently, it's me today.
It's true. It's so true, though. Always.
Just do it, and it'll be better.
It's always somebody.
At least you were here from the beginning. A couple weeks ago, my guest was having like an issue where like he disappeared the first like minute, and I'm just like,
Oh, that's funny. Thanks, man. I really appreciate you having us on here and getting the word out and all that jazz.
Is there anything you want to say to your fans who might watch us?
Stay tuned. We have bigger and better things coming up.
Yeah, we got more. It's coming.
All right. Now, I look forward to hearing whatever you guys do next. Before we close this out, I'm going to announce that I don't have a time yet, but next week I have Darkwave and post-punk band Funeral Date, and that's going to be one hell of a good show.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. This was fun, guys.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Eric. Appreciate it.
Drop the bass.